Okay, this video is to help you do the Gemara Brura on this unit that we just finished. Please open up your Gemara Brura. I share with you a file called 27b, brachot, unit 7. You open it by going to the file and finding that. Once you click on it, your page should look like mine. And we start. Tfilat Erev Ein Lakeva. And we click here to divide because that is the quote from the Mishnah. Now, my Ein Lakeva is a question, and we're going to subdivide because we're going to see that the next couple of lines are part of that question. Ilema deibai matzi kol leila litnei tfilat erev kol halayla. If you want to say that it means that if you want to, you can pray all night, and we subdivide here, litnei tfilat erev kol halayla. Ella is going to be the next step, so that we subdivide. The reason why we put all this here together is because we're going to see that all these statements are, all these components are really part of the question. So therefore we subdivide to keep them together as part of the same general idea. The next step is Ella mai en lakeva keman diamar tfilat ha'erev reshut. And we're going to stop here and we're going to subdivide. The reason we subdivide is because this is a de amar. This is bringing support for this statement. De amar Rav Yehuda amar Shmuel, Tfilat Erev Arvit, Rav Gamliel Omer Chova, Rav Yeshua Omer Reshut. And here we divide, because this is going to be a conclusion. Okay, so now we begin to the following. This is the beginning of the unit. A unit in Gemara can start in one of two ways. It can start with either a question, like an ibailehu, there's a sheila, or it can start with a statement. In this case, we have a statement. This statement is a quote from the Mishnah, so we label it as such. It's a statement. Okay? The next part, this is all part of a inquiry. This is all part of a sheila. What the Gemara is trying to figure out is what exactly is the meaning of this word, Tfilat Erev is not set. So the question is verbalized here. This is the question. And this here is supporting the question. It's saying, if you want to say that it means that you can pray all night, that's an explanation, that's a supplement. So if that's all it means to say that you can pray all night, then the Tana should have said Tfilat Erev kol halayla, and this is a rejection. That's the garbage can here. We are rejecting this suggestion. And the reason why we group all these three together is because this is all part of the questioner. The one asking the question suggested this answer to dismiss it, to show that that's not a viable alternative. This is not a valid explanation, and therefore makes this question stronger. Next, the Gemara brings an answer. Ella, instead, and this is a clarification or a tshuva. This is the answer. Ella, mai ein lakeva. Now, in our flowchart, we divided this sentence in two parts. The reason why we keep it here together is because conceptually, it's part of the same answer. It's saying, instead, what is the meaning of ein lakeva? It's like the one that says Tfilat Arvit Reshut. So this here is the answer. And now, De Amar, this is bringing support. This icon here is support, it's reinforcement. De Amar Rav Yehuda Amar Shmuel, the support is that Rav Yehuda said in the Shmuel that Tfilat Arvit, regarding Tfilat Arvit, there is a dispute between Gamliel, who says that it's a chova, and Rav Yeshua that says it's optional. So this reinforces, this supports the idea that there is an opinion that holds that Arvit is reshut, it's an option. And finally, we now have a conclusion. The conclusion is Amar Abaye halacha kedivri Omer chova, and here we divide. And Rava disagrees. He holds that halacha, the law, is like the one that says that it's a reshut. So this is a conclusion, and this is his conclusion. So it remains a debate. Okay, so now we're going to connect. The statement is Tfilat Arev is not set. On that we have this question. So this question clearly connects to the statement. We're inquiring, what does the statement really mean, it's not set? It's a funny way, it's an unusual way to say it. It's not set. So that's the question. Ilema is connected to this statement. Because it's explained the question, meaning you can't say that it means that you can pray all night, that's the meaning. Because if that were the case, then there is a problem. The problem is the Tana should have said it's all night, and he doesn't say it's all night. So obviously he doesn't just mean to say that you can pray that you can pray Arvit all night. Obviously that's not what it means. So once we strengthen the question, now we come to this answer. And this is the answer to this question. The answer is, it means that Tfilat Erev is optional. It follows the opinion that says that Tfilat Erev is not an obligation, it's optional. The Amar clearly supporting this answer. So that connects to this. And finally, we have the conclusion that is reached by both Abaye and Rava regarding these opinions. So Abaye concludes that it is an obligation, while Rava says that it is an option. Okay? So if we now look at our flowchart, this is what it shows. Here is our Mishnah. This is the quote from the Mishnah that says Tfilat Erev is not set. We had a question. In this question, we have a couple of steps. So if you double click, it expands it. It shows you it can mean that you can pray all night, because then the Tana should have said the words Tfilat Erev Kol Halayla. So therefore, this here is rejected. This suggestion was part of the question. Our answer is, instead, it means that you can pray all night, but it also means that it's optional, and we bring support to show that there is an opinion that says Arvit is all night. And finally, we have a debate between Abaye and Rava, which opinion do we follow? And then, of course, in our notes, we know that we go to the Shulchan Aruch, where we have the explanation of, or the conclusion of what's the accepted halacha for us.